Today we're going to talk about something called lowest common multiple. Sometimes it's called least common multiple. On your notebook, totally forgot what I was saying, guys. On your notebook, make sure the holes are on the left-hand side. You're going to turn to a fresh and clean page. At the top, you're going to write our topic, lowest common multiple or least common multiple. Either one of those will work. And then we're going to move on to our I can statement. Our I can statement is I can find the LCM or lowest common multiple of two numbers. This is really important for us as we move further along with our fractions. We have to know how to find the lowest common multiple to be able to get our denominators, get our fractions to equivalent fractions that we can use. Common means something that they share, something that they will have in common, kind of like maybe with your parents you have the same eye color, you have that in common, or maybe with your friends you like the same video game, you have that in common. So we're going to talk about what some numbers that might have things in common when we multiply them. So here's an example of when we might use lowest common multiple or least common multiple. I have two fractions here. I have 3/5 and I have 5/20. I want to add them. We haven't got to the part where we're going to add them yet, but we're working on this part right here. Before I can add anything, these have to be in common terms. They have to show the same number. The pieces of the pizzas have to be cut into the same number of pizzas. Oh my goodness. The pizzas have to be cut into the same number of pieces, otherwise we can't put them all together. We're going to see some big pieces, some small pieces, and it just is not going to work. So, in this case, we would look at the 5, we would look at the 20, and we would want to come up with something in common. Some of you guys are already thinking, oh, well, if I take 5 and I multiply it by 4, I get 20. Which is the perfect mindset to have. And we're going to use that later on in our, as we develop our fraction skills. So this is a common problem among shoppers. So say we're going to have a cookout and we're going to grill some hot dogs. But we need to have hot dog buns that come with them, and we want to make sure that we have a hot dog. Every hot dog gets a bun, and every bun gets a hot dog. So here we have hot dogs come in packs of 10, but hot dog buns, this is real life, come in packs of 8. So we're going to find the lowest common number that hot dogs and hot dog buns have in common, so we know how many hot dogs packs to buy and how many packs of buns to buy. So the first step is going to be to lay out our numbers. We have 10 here and we have 8 here because hot dogs come in packs of 10 and buns come in packs of 8. Well, if I said if I buy 1 pack of hot dogs, I'm going to get 10 hot dogs. If I buy 1 pack of buns, I'm going to get 8 buns. So if I times it just by 1, I'm going to get those numbers. I'm going to move along here and try timesing things by 2. If I take the hot dogs and I times them by 2, I'm going to get 20 hot dogs. But if I times the buns by 2, I only get 16, and we're left with lots of hot dogs without buns. So then I'm going to move on to the 3. If I times the hot dogs by 3, I get 30 hot dogs. 3 packs of hot dogs will give me 30. And if I times the packs of buns by 3, I'm going to get 24. Still, we have 6 hot dogs without a bun. So I'm going to keep going. 4 packs of hot dogs is going to give me 40. 4 packs of buns is going to get me 32. I am still short on my buns to hot dog ratio here. So I'm going to keep going. If I do 5 packs of hot dogs, I'm going to get 50 hot dogs now. If I do 5 packs of buns, I'm going to get 40 buns. At this point, we're going to stop because so far we hadn't had anything in common. But when we get here, I see that there is a 40 here and a 40 here. The 40 here came when I multiplied by 5, but the 40 here came when I multiplied by 4. That's cool. That's okay. That just tells us, hey, we're going to have to multiply these numbers. We're going to have to buy more packs of buns than we will hot dogs to be able to find something they have in common. So this is the number that they have in common. When I go to the store, I'm going to know, hey, 4 packs of hot dogs and 5 packs of buns. No hot dog is going to be without a bun, and all is right in the world. So we already talked about the multiples of the hot dogs and the hot dog bun packs, but I want you to write down the definition. A multiple is an answer I get from multiplying 2 numbers. So when we were dealing with the hot dogs and the buns, we were multiplying 10 by 1, 10 times 2, 10 times 3. When I was talking about the buns, I was multiplying 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3. The goal for us is finding something that they have in common. This is going to help us with fractions. So let's do some practice now. We have the numbers 3 and 7. Maybe we're talking, maybe not hot dog buns, maybe we're talking about something else, but these come in packs of 3, and this comes in packs of 7, and we want to find out when they will have something in common. So we're going to do our multiples. 3 times 1, we already have that. 7 times 1, we already have that, so we're going to move to times 2. 3 times 2 is 3 times 3 is 3 times 4 is, oh, my 2 got cut off there. 3 times 5 is, all right, we're going to kind of stop there because we're going to go over here to our 7, down here to our 7. 7 times 1 is 7. We already have that. 7 times 2. 7 times 3. 7 times 4. I could totally use a multiplication chart for this if I wanted to. Or we can use our math facts that we should have in our head. 7 times 5 is... And so far, I don't see anything that they have in common. So I'm going to keep going. And maybe I want to keep going with the 3. The 7 is smaller than the 3. And so the numbers just keep getting bigger. With the 3, I think that we'll probably have to go further with the 3 than the 7. So I'm going to keep going. 3 times 6. 3 times 7. 3 times 8. Oh, my 2 got cut off again. At this point, we would stop because we have something in common. We have our 21 here, and we have our 21 here. Our 3 times 7 is going to get us 21. Our 7 times 3 is going to get us 21. So our number that we have in common, or our LCM, is 21. All right, I'm going to go a little faster here. We're going to find what 6 and 8 have in common. 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, and 6 times 6. Then I'm going to go down to the bottom. 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4. Oh, wait, I just saw we have 24 here. And we have 24 here. So our LCM is 24. Yep, that's the squeak of my stylus. Okay, last one we're going to try together. And I'm going to go pretty quick here. We should know our math facts, or we should have our multiplication chart with us. 4 times 2 is... 4 times 3 is, 4 times 4 is, 4 times 5. Then we're going to scoot down here to the 6. 6 times 2, 6 times 3. Oh, and look, I just saw it. We have a 12 here, and a 12 here, And our LCM for this one is going to be 12. All right, so we're going to practice our LCM. You're going to have an assignment for this to practice finding those LCMs. Your secret word for today. Your secret word for today is going to be strawberries. Make sure you write it in your notebook. And as always, happy mathing.